Okay then, Helldivers, so yesterday Verilia 5 was officially liberated and we got our hands on the Emancipator exosuit. We've had a little bit of time with it and it seems that the community have a mixed response with regards to how this one has been taken. It's a really interesting thing to read about and we're going to dive on into absolutely everything with regards to it today. On top of that, the CCO and CEO have been bonding together to talk about crossovers after a recent post going up on Twitter and the latest strategic update inside of the game. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see what's going on inside of the world of Helldivers. So the most recent post up on the Twitter was that Verilia 5 has been liberated, and today marks a day of celebration as the newly acquired Emancipator exosuit is immediately rushed out for distribution to all Helldivers. Now this has had a mixed response, and this first post has got over 3.4 thousand upvotes on it, meaning that evidently quite a few people are agreeing. We've got right here, honestly, I love the new mech. It's barely out and people are complaining. In my opinion, this is a effing sick idea. It's so fun to use and I thought that everybody else would feel the same, but then I made the mistake of opening Reddit. I didn't get why people are complaining. After that, there were seeming to be 2 previous edits that came in from this post stating, "I'm convinced that people saying it sucks are just S at the game at this point." There's multiple people in the comments saying that they used it on level 9 and it was good, and then there's people saying that it's only good on 6 or below. If another one of you says it's hard to kill Bile Titans, I'm setting myself on fire. I effing know it's hard to kill Bile Titans. It's meant to fight bots, and it means it's worse against the bugs, FFS. Now this is a big partake, as you can see in the video footage back in the background. Massive shout out to Brown Yoda for that one, for supplying. As you guys know, we're in the middle of a house move and it's been an absolute nightmare trying to supply all of this stuff for you guys, but nonetheless you can see right here that it does take an absolute shed ton to be able to take through a Bile Titan. Obviously it is going to be the case. At the moment these guys are one of the biggest things inside of the game and will be the hardest things to take out. The only thing that does confuse me is based on the trajectory of a EAT or even a quasar cannon that can do it in probably less than what we're having here. The opposite side of things is that it's absolutely atrocious, and people are stating that to address the new mech is weaker than the AC Sentry, they will nerf the AC Sentry to even things out. Now unfortunately I would want to say that this isn't going to be the case, but the likelihood of this actually happening is relatively high. Now the community has gone a little bit wild buckets on this one, with the mechs coming forward and being able to put things up on Reddit that you just wouldn't see anywhere else, including an energy mech, yep, an energy mech, or even this thing right here, a Tesla Tower abomination. It does state in here whether you guys would like to put in what you'd want to see on this. I feel like people ran wild, as we have right here the rail cannon. Yep, the rail gun is just an absolute beast, and they want to add a couple of those giant versions of them on the side of the mechs. And we've got right here the Congress exosuit. It just seems to get more ridiculous, but nonetheless, we know full well that these things are going to show up underpowered. The biggest problem with this game and the main focus around it is that people seem to just expect everything to be completely overpowered. This is a strategic mover, and as far as the Emancipator goes, it does what it needs to do, although it's not as strong as we'd want it to be. Nonetheless, they haven't obviously had the balance patch run through just yet, and the original mech is again quite lackluster. Not a lot of people were using them out in the wild, so therefore the Emancipator exosuit was bound to be absolutely no different at all. On other news though, we have got the main balance patch coming through very soon. This means that we should be seeing quite a lot of changes. My expectations for this one is come Tuesday we should see a massive change to the balancing, and if this doesn't lean in favor of the Helldivers, I can see that this game's going to take an absolute dip in its main social platforming. Right now the subreddit on its own has 1.3 million members, meaning that there was a lot of people interested in the post and stuff on this. As it stands right now, it's only got 836 6 members online. I know, obviously, that's not basing anything off of the player base, but just to see people's hype and interaction around it, that exactly explains it more than I need it to. Now, this is actually leaning into the game itself, the most strategic update. This is the most latest communication that we've had on the game as far as any update to the strategic methods, and it states enemy aggression on bot fronts remain unrelenting. In particular, and the super colony on Meridia is fueling an unprecedented surge in terminate infestation rates. The automatons grow in power as well, continuing their unjust invasion. Our analysts are certain that nothing could have forestalled this dire situation, save perhaps the timely deployment of the MD-17 anti-tank mines. Scientists on Moradesh are making progress on a way to combat the super colony. That will be Liberty's salvation. Until then, the Helldivers must hold the line at all costs. Now, as it stands at the end game of this, it does seem to be very, very lackluster. When we start looking at things such as the internal player base right now, we are talking a good few thousand on each planet at most, with a peak of maybe 15,000 currently sat on Fenrir 3. The most recent major order has obviously been completed, with no recent update into that one as of right now, but with it being a Monday, it's likely that we'll see that one come in play later on, or maybe early tomorrow morning, alongside a massive balance patch. Now, what else can we expect from the game? It seems that the CEO and CCO are moving ahead into the comment sections of people's tweets, and this one was quite an interesting one. But before we do dive into it, we are doing a giveaway here on the channel. If you guys want to get involved with it, it's really simple. We're giving away a copy of Helldivers 2, and if you've already got the game, we're giving the money equivalent in super credits. We've just announced the latest winner. It has been a bit late, my apologies, but we've announced it on the community page and in the comment section of the giveaway announcement page inside the Discord. So make sure you go and check those out. But to get involved with the next one, it is extremely simple. A yellow heart in the comment section will enter you into this giveaway, and essentially that's going to fight for the Emancipator exosuit that we really need to work out. This was essentially one of the final hopes on this. I kind of think that after this one, if they don't make the balance of everything kind of actually balance at a higher rate and probably leaning towards our siding, I'd like to say that this game is probably going to have its final stages come up very soon, with just a loyal fan base of us guys just plodding along as we do like most other low grade games. It's extremely disappointing to see that this is how it's kind of gone, and Helldivers as an overall has taken its bit of a dip, but anyway, we kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there. Yellow heart in the comment section below and it'll enter you in. That being said, let's dive on into the final story that we've got, where somebody put it up. Ready for the Helldivers / Hooded Horse game crossovers. Democracy for every game. Now, Shams actually put what would be the best crossover, and the CCO, also known as the former CEO, actually responded with, I mean, a close combat X Helldivers would be a dream. Hardcore tactical militarism set in a HD universe, flanking stratagems, suppressive fire, cover, and LOS could be called CF. A man can dream, though. I don't think it would be financially feasible, but I would play it. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the Hooded Horse is actually the main publisher for the game Manalord. This game is absolutely incredible, but nonetheless, they do other games such as Storm, Terra, Nova, Roma, and Exonauts 2, and this company is absolutely incredible at the moment. With Manalords being as popular as it is, it seems to be a company well forced forward. Crossovers are going to be something that comes into Helldivers 2 very soon, and I don't know how they're going to lean into it. If they don't lean into it correctly, this is going to be another movement that's going to give it a hard hit down into the dumps. But for the most part, right now, a lot of us are still enjoying playing the game. This was a bit of a negative video, and I said I wasn't going to do these, but I kind of had no choice. We've got nothing else really fighting on the forefront. As far as the Emancipator goes, though, it's nice to see it in the ranks and available for usage. Hopefully, after this balance patch, we'll be able to get a bit more bang for our buck. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe, post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Appreciate your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.